quarterly council meeting started. With that, I'd like to welcome everybody. It's nice to see so many faces here at our council meeting, and also Joe DeSume Day. We have a lot to cover today. So with that, I'll call up Richard here to do a opening prayer.
Bonjour. Welcome everybody to Joe DeSume Day. It's good to see this many people here. On this day of reflecting of past leaders within the Little Shell tribe, Joe DeSume and many other leaders that might come to mind as you think of what this day is all about. It's my privilege and my honor to invite former tribal chairman John Gilbert up here to do our opening prayer today.
Hello, how's everybody doing? First of all, could we please just take a small moment of silence for our Little Shell members that have passed? Let's take a moment of silence, please. All right. I'd like to say a few words, and hopefully they'll come out right. I want to say to our Creator and to our Lord that they give wisdom to our council to carry on and get our federal recognition secured. I want our Creator to look over the Little Shell people, keep us strong. Hopefully that we keep the endurance of seeking federal recognition. And saying the words of our famous leader, the man Joe DeSume, a great leader. And we can never forget his words, waiting for the day that never comes. We've all heard that forever. Maybe with the help of the Lord, the Creator, and a good counsel, we'll get that recognition, and we won't have to use that term, waiting for the day that never comes. I think that our council has been doing a good job. I'd like to make sure that our Creator looks over them, keeps them safe, and gives them wisdom to guide us on. So with that said, I thank you for participating today in Joe DeSume Day, and amen.
Thank you, John. Okay, I would like to conduct official council quarterly meeting. With that, I'd like to do a council roll call. Councilman Toronto.
Here.
Councilwoman Hill.
Here.
Councilwoman Kendenberger.
Here.
Councilman Sievertson.
Here.
Councilman Davis.
Here.
Okay. For the record, please show all present. We do have an empty seat, vacant seat, the secretary, and we'll discuss that a little bit later. So with that, I'd also like to call up Councilwoman Kendenberger to do the reading of the September quarterly minutes.
Our quarterly meeting started with the call to order by Chairman Gray and a prayer by Darrell Rummel. Roll call of council members: Chairman Gray, Clarence Sievertson, Leona Kendenberger, Colleen Hill, and Luella Fredrickson, all present. Absent, Richard Toronto and Don Davis. Previous minutes were read. No corrections or additions. Motion by Clarence Sievertson to accept the minutes as read, second by Leona Kendenberger. Powwow Committee: Colleen Hill reported she did not have the exact figures, but all the bills were paid. She also said they need to start planning and raising revenue for next year's powwow. She also told that there was a great turnout. Colleen said we may need more members involved. Chairman Gray said perhaps there should be a new powwow committee, or maybe have more members on the committee. He said it would be nice if we could pay the dancers too. Katie Antonich with the Tobacco Prevention Program gave out t-shirts as long as they lasted. She also had door prizes. Darrell Rummel with the Wellness Program also had a display and door prizes. Her program did a survey and results will be presented later. Enrollment. In Pat Mackey's absence, Luella Fredrickson presented the council the 48 names of people that are now new members of the Little Shell tribe. Financial, Colleen Hill told us there was $8,288.40 in the tobacco program account, $23,619.32 in the savings account, and $308,316 in the general fund account. Tobacco Abuse Prevention Program, Katie Antonich gave a report on a Gona camp she and children were signed up and went to Browning. She also have been going to the schools once a month. She and Daryl Rummel with the wellness program wants to meet with parents to accomplish more youth to be involved in the program. Katie would like to get a youth round dance organized, a beading class with possibly doing video and put it on YouTube. The wellness program, Daryl Rummel reported that most of what she had was also the same as Katie's report, as they both attend many of the same things. She said she would add that the kids at the Gona camp had a blast sitting around the campfires, sleeping in the teepees, playing ball, and learning the culture of some of the other tribes that were in attendance. Daryl talked of the SPIT conference in Missoula. It was well organized and the meals were good. They learned of the different tobacco-related items that lure the youth into smoking. Daryl stated that it was a learning process. Language Preservation Program. Gerald Gray Sr. said he is drafting another proposal for the program. He really would like to have a survey conducted and is working on that. He wants to travel to Helena to visit with Heather and see what is permissible and what is not. Do we need certified speakers for this language program? He thinks the board should travel to North Dakota and Canada and find out what is available that we could purchase and possibly copy for our use. The mailing of information is a problem in trying to reach all members. It was suggested that they use the website, Facebook, and emailing to the addresses we have. Then we will need to employ some staff to do research and record speakers. Professional equipment for filming and a secure storage area with fire retardant cabinets will also be needed. In the old business, 501c3 by Leona Kennenberger reported there is no progress to report at this time. It was asked if one of our senators or somebody could get this moving along quicker for us. Leona said, absolutely no. The IRS would not like this. She said Josh is frustrated that it is not moving along faster. Visitor Center, Clarence Severson told us of the addition being added to the Visitor Center building. Dirt work has been done so the forms can go in. The addition will be 30 by 60 feet. He would like to see it enclosed by November. Clarence also hung 3 big pictures in the entrance room. They are copies of the ones Nicholas Veruman used in the book, One Robe. New business, Chairman's report. Chairman Gray reported that the Flathead property has been sold to the Salish Kootenai tribe. Chairman Gray and Clarence Severson went to meet with the individuals involved with the sale to sign the official papers. After closing costs, the amount deposited in the bank account was $292,435.51. The tribal council will look for ways to invest the money to generate income for the tribe. Clarence Severson made a motion to possibly finish off paying the Stookie Road Visitor Center building. Clarence stated that he would like some stipulations before this would happen. Leona Kennenberger seconded the motion. On the Veterans Board, Clarence Severson was appointed to serve on this board. Federal recognition, Attorney S.R. Denton is trying to get us on the schedule, and Representative Daines said he will help push this also. The criteria to apply for federal recognition is changing and is a much easier process, so we might be able to reapply. The tribal health email received for a grant to improve the tribal health programs. Chairman Gray is going to attend a September 4th Senator Tester Tribe's Economic Climate Meeting in Missoula. Public is invited to attend also. Joe DeSume Day, there will be a November 9th along with our quarterly meeting. It will be held at the Moose Lodge in Black Eagle. There will be a potluck lunch at noon. Daryl Rummel, Leona Kennenberger, Katie Antonich, and Luella Fredrickson volunteered to be a committee to start planning for this. Enrollment room laptops. Norton antivirus has expired. It was agreed to download Avast and malware to use at this time. Texas Tourism Conference. Chairman Gray said Clarence Severson will attend this. Pembina Settlement. Chairman Gray and Second Vice Chair Leona Kindenberger traveled to Belcourt, North Dakota to attend. It is getting closer to a settlement, but no final payment yet. No final figure yet. They discussed different companies to handle distribution when it does happen. Judicial system. The council has been in contact with our tribal attorney and she is working diligently on getting this finalized. Newsletter. With only 18 people subscribed for the newsletter, it was decided to discontinue. It did not generate enough interest to continue. Luella Fredrickson will send letters to subscribers and the ones who paid for advertising. They may request a refund, or if they wish to donate the fees they paid to the tribe. To please advise the office so there is a record on that. Caroline Fleury said that in the past, Tony Joe Atchison and the tobacco program sent the newsletters out free of charge. Public comment. Daryl Rummel wanted to say she thinks this council is doing a good job and thank them for their work on everything. Motion to adjourn was at 3 o'clock. Luella Fredrickson made the motion and Clarence Everson seconded. That's for our last tribal meeting, quarterly meeting. Where you at?
So could I get a motion to approve the minutes of September quarterly meeting?
So move.
Motion by Severson. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Leona. All in favor?
Aye.
Any discussions, changes? Okay, for the record, minutes have been approved. Now I'd like to call up Colleen Hill and give us the treasurer's report.
Hello, everyone. Going through our finances, and we're getting more and more things in order. Still trying to look for some stuff from the past, but we're moving forward and it's going well. For October, our income was $817.67, and our expenses were $15,260.56. We have some payments that we haven't received yet. Everything is current with all of our bills. We are still working on putting our budget in place so that everybody knows where we're at, what we're doing, and where we're going. At this point, we also have a receptionist in our office now. Pat Mackey, who used to be director of the MUIA program, helped us to get another person through that program. And Zanetta Dale is her name, and she will be in the office Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. And I think 12:30 to 1 she goes to lunch. So, I mean, people will have access to the office for a while again with her in there, smart little whip. So if you have questions, call her and she can help direct you in the right direction. In September, the state fund audited us on our accounting. We passed with flying colors. They said they were very pleased with the detail and the accountability. Also, I had a meeting with the tobacco program heads. And they reviewed our contract and our budget and talked about what we're doing, how we're doing it, blah, blah, blah. They also stated that they were very pleased with the detail and accountability that we give them on the finances, and that they wish that they could get all the rest of the tribes to do the same as far as the detail. So I thought that was pretty good for our tribe. Other than that, at this point, we have $1,119.85 in the general account. We have $2,997.74 in the checking account for the tobacco, and our savings account is $288,667.47. So that's it for the accounting. If anyone has questions later on, feel free to call me.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve treasurer's report?
I motion to approve.
Okay. Can I get a second? Second by Don Davis. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Treasurer report passed. So now I'd like to get into some committee reports, but I want to let you know too, all of our minutes of these meetings are posted on the tribe's website and also on the Facebook page. And then also, as you can see, it's filmed, and those are also posted, thanks to Fran, on our Facebook page too. So if you want to catch up on all that stuff, check out Facebook, and we post everything there. So it's all out in the open, so to speak. So now what I'd like to do is just talk about some committee reports, and I'll give you a federal recognition report or update. So we went back, we were asked by Denton's law firm, who's our pro bono law firm in DC, and NARF, to go back to DC last Wednesday and testify, Senate Indian Affairs Committee, and that's Senator Tester invited us, and Clarence and I went back there. And I'll just tell you what our options are and how it's looking right now. So we have the Senate bill, which is now hopefully going to go through what they call markup, and then it moves out of committee and then can be attached to a bill if they so choose to do so. The problem with that is we did this 4 years ago, and it just sat there. They never attached it. Then we met with Senator Daines, and he has a bill, and he's trying to push that to the House Natural Resources Committee and have a hearing on that. So we're looking forward to that. So that we have two bills, each end of the Capitol. And then we also have Secretary Jewell sent Kevin Washburn, who's the Assistant Secretary of the Department of Interior, a letter saying he needs to give the Little Shells recognition reconsideration. And then also we've asked for, while they're revamping the federal recognition rules or regulations on how a tribe can become federally recognized, we ask that our petition be suspended while those are being revamped, because if those get revamped the way they are, we'll have no problem becoming federally recognized. But with Jewel's letter, we were talking to our attorneys back there, Troy and Donna, and they said this never happens. The secretary never tells the assistant secretary to review something. So we're in a really, really neat spot right now. We met with the Department of Interior. The lawyers right now have all our stuff on their desks, and they're determining what to do with it. They have 120 days from September 16th or something like that. So we'll know within 120 days from that date what Kevin Washburn is going to decide to do. So it's really, really an exciting time right now. I don't think we've ever been any closer, especially with the secretary telling him to do this. It just doesn't happen. So with that, that's where we're at with the federal recognition. It's really, really exciting times. Keep an eye on Facebook. We post all that stuff. Keep you all updated with that. Okay, so the next committee report would be the Cultural Committee, and I think Joel or James wanted to give a recap on our powwow we had this past summer, and maybe talk about the one next year.
I gave you that money earlier. What Joel is holding up is a copy of the newspaper from the day after our powwow. We had pretty good coverage, both in TV and in the Great Falls Tribune. It was, this year's powwow was probably twice as big as the previous year. Well attended, I got a lot of compliments on it. You know, the council was very supportive, and so were our two tribal programs, you know, wellness and also our tobacco program, and we appreciate that. You know, it's important to keep in mind that our tribe, you know, is reflective of two cultures, you know, the Métis culture and the traditional Chippewa culture. Our task as the powwow committee is to keep alive our traditional Chippewa culture, and that's what we're attempting to do. And I think it's going well. As far as this coming year, we're going to change the date. You know, the first year we had on Labor Day weekend. Last year we changed it to another date. We're going to go back to the Labor Day weekend because it affords the opportunity for more of our people to come and camp, and we're also going to go to a 2-day powwow, which will make it more enjoyable, because there were some people that asked me on this year, how come we only did 1 day? How come we're doing it indoors? Some of the dancers complained that the concrete floor really bothered their knees. So we're going to be contacting the fairgrounds and see if we can move it back out there so we can be dancing under the trees, out in the open and on the grass. The dates will be August 30th and 31st. That's Saturday and Sunday. The previous day, August 29th, will be camping day. That's when people can come and set up their camps. We're also going to, you know, spend the rest of this year doing our fundraising activities. I would encourage those of you that are supporting and want to help with our powwow to seek out Frank Belgard. Frank, hold your hand up. He's got the cap on. He's more than willing to use his cap to let you guys put some checks or cash in there to help us with our powwow fund for this year's coming powwow. He'll be going around and soliciting donations. I'd appreciate if you'd help us out. And then we have another event coming up that I'll let Joel talk about.
Well, good morning, afternoon. We're thinking about having a round dance. We're trying to put one on, and it'll be on February 15th. And trying to tie that in with like the old New Year's celebration, but we thought well, New Year's would be kind of a tough date for everybody. So without making it into a Valentine's Day love affair, I guess you could say. And so instead of having it on Friday, which is Valentine's Day, we're going to do it on Saturday. And so we're going to have a round dance out at the Heritage Center, because that, or the Cultural Center, it should be wrapped up by then, and we'll have some drummers there, and we'll get some food and things lined up, and after you're done having your Valentine with your Valentine, then you can come on out and have a good time out at the round dance, and sharing our culture activities that way, and we can all learn and grow and be the tribe we're supposed to be.
Also, another thing that we're discussing doing out there at the Visitor Center that will help with the powwow is we're going to look at maybe starting up some Indian taco sales. Here in Great Falls, you know, the local Indian Center did that for years and years, and always was very successful. In fact, they paid off the mortgage on their building by doing that a long time ago. So we're looking at holding some Indian taco sales as a fundraiser for not only the powwow, but also the round dance. So once again, we appreciate the support of our council. I've gotten feedback from Chairman Gray that they were very pleased with the turnout and how that went, and so we're going to try to make people even more aware of our tribe. One of the reasons why we're setting the date now of our powwow is because we have to put that on the internet and in major newspapers like Indian Country Today and with the Montana State Tourism website, so that more and more people will know when our powwow is, where it's at, and then come and attend it. So we hope to see you there. Thank you.
Thanks, James. Joel, thank you. I'd also like to add with that too, we did have a good turnout at the old Big R out there on 10th Avenue South. But we are looking at, we want to get more dancers. So we are considering as a council to also, pay dancers to come. I think we get a much better turnout and have a lot more exciting too. But it was a good turnout 2 years ago at the fairgrounds, and so we'd like to continue that outdoor powwow too. So with that, I'd also now like to move into our health committee reports, and we have Katie will be up first, and then Daryl. I believe Daryl does have a couple guests too that would like to speak.
Katie's bashful. As most of you know, I'm Daryl Rummel, and I'm with the Montana-Wyoming Tribal Leaders Wellness Initiative. And my guests here are my co-workers. They work in Billings. And I'm going to have them give a little talk about what we do and why we do it. I was asked by Sandra and Ann, who are doing our genealogy charts today. If you have not had a genealogy chart done, please sign up. We will have those that haven't had them done go first, and those that have had them done before, they might have some updates for you. So over there in the corner where Pat's sitting, she'll sign you up and probably give you a number or something, and you will get called up, and they'll print out your whole genealogy chart, which is about 6 or 8 pages, and it's just totally fascinating. It goes back into the 1700s. So I know I really enjoyed getting mine. Another thing is with the language board that I'm also sitting on, Gerald Sr. asked me to announce that we do have the survey made up. It just hot off the press right now. It's extremely important for this financing through the state that we get this survey completed and in as soon as possible. So today we're going to be handing out the survey and pens and ask you to fill that out today. If you have family members that you could please get them to fill out these forms too. We're going to try to do some mailings. We're going to try to get it on Facebook. Anywhere else, Gerald? No. We really need to get as many surveys in as possible so we can continue on with this funding that we're working on. Let's see, what else here? I guess that's all with me, but anyway, I'm going to introduce my co-workers here. This is Morgan Denny. She's my immediate boss. And then Tony Prairie Boy. Bear, Prairie Bear. He works with the Elder Program, and we just have a good time when we get together. Anyway, I'd like to have them talk a little bit about our wellness.
Hi everyone, I'm Morgan, and we're here from Billings. We're with the Tribal Leaders Council, and so we work with Daryl on the Substance Abuse Prevention Grant. And so we're in the last year of our grant. It's a 5-year program. And I want to talk a little bit about assessment that we're going to be doing in the community in the next couple of months. It's called the Community Readiness Assessment. And it was done in year 2 of the grant. Just to kind of get some initial information on the community's readiness as a whole and their thoughts and opinions about substance abuse and underage drinking in the community. So now we want to come back and do that assessment again. So I'll be working with Daryl, and she'll be working to identify some people in the community that would be willing to do this assessment. And it's an interview process, takes 45 minutes to an hour, I would say. And so we would ideally like about 8 to 10 people to interview. So we will be coming around in the next couple months to do that. And I have a little one-pager of some information, so if you're interested in that, I'll have it over at Daryl's table and you can come pick it up. And let's see what else. Oh, we also have an event survey today. If you guys would fill that out, that's really helpful for Daryl to get some Little Shell data in the books, and our evaluators work on compiling that data and getting it back out to the community. So once that's all compiled, it is yours. So that is very helpful for not only us and our evaluators, but for your community to see some kind of just what you guys would want, what kind of events you would want to see in your community. We help to collaborate with, well, Daryl's been collaborating with other programs to put on events for the community. So that really helps us to know what kind of events you guys want to see. And I think that is it. There will be the event surveys will be at her table as well. So if you'd like to fill that out, come get it and you'll get a prize, I believe. And so I'm going to let Tony talk about his elder project that he's been doing.
Thank you. Thank you, Morgan. Good morning, everybody. I'm Tony. I'm Northern Cheyenne. I'm from Lame Deer. And what I'm doing is a project that involves elders and youth. And there's a problem, you know, with, I guess, in youth in their experimenting with drugs, alcohol. And so, you know, what we're trying to do is record stories from elders, stories that are historical, cultural in nature. They can be personal too. And what we're going to be doing with these stories is turn them into a curriculum for character development. And what that'll focus on are tribal, cultural characteristics, morals, values, you know, things that you guys, that your little shell holds dear, you know, that has brought you guys this far. You know, I see a lot of resiliency here. I mean, you guys haven't given up. I mean, that's good, you know. I mean, that is critical. And so, you know, we'll take these stories and we'll develop them into a curriculum to where when you get your youth together, we'll tell these stories. And we'll have discussions about them. You know, these are your people. This is what brought them so far. This is what made them strong. This is what made them a good people. This is what made them spiritual. These are your foundations. And so what we're doing is we're going to be making your youth have a strong foundation, not only in their culture, in their faith, in their spirituality, but in their whole life, in your history. And so they'll help to strengthen their identity and who they are, and to be proud of that, you know, and to carry forth what it is that you guys are doing and what you want, and it'll make them better little shell people all the way around. And what we've done is contacted an outfit out in Portland. They're called Wisdom of the Elders. They're on computers. They're out there. If you guys want to look at them, you know, it's free. But what they do is they have a lot of stories that they've recorded from all the tribes. We're going to take that further. And what we're going to be doing is Daryl will be identifying some elders here that her and I will go and visit, and we'll take your stories, and even stories from Joe DeSong. We'll take that and we'll focus on certain things that you think that your youth need to be strong in. But we're also looking at doing some digital storytelling. And what that'll do also is strengthen your bid for federal recognition, you see. And we're also going to be looking at language. And that's the same thing that Chairman Gray was trying to do. What we want to do is teach your culture, your language back to your youth. And this would be the perfect venue for that. And I'm glad that the chairman is doing that, because we can help that out too. And so we'll design that with you guys and say, hey, these are the elements that we want to be included in this digital storytelling. But you know, if some of you guys are kind of shy, you don't want to be in front of a camera and be recorded, that's fine also. We can do, we can write that down and we can still develop something with it. But I advise you guys to do this digital storytelling, because what we're doing here is we're creating history. You have to start learning about, developing your own history. You have a lot of stories out there. They're kind of scattered out there, you know. You have a lot of personal stories here, you know. And I think that they need to be preserved, they need to be protected, and they need to be told, not for just this younger generation, but for generations coming. That's how important it is. And so, if you have any questions, you know, I'll be sitting over here. Come and talk to me, and we'll talk a little bit. And thank you.
Good morning. I'm Katie Antonish. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the tobacco prevention specialist for the Little Show. Hi, James. Can you hear me? Better? Okay. So I'm working mostly with the youth throughout the school system in Great Falls. I've been to, Daryl and I have been to East, North, and CMR. And we've chosen to work closely with their Indian clubs. And along with what Tony's talking about, if anybody has personal stories about quitting tobacco or the addiction itself, I'd love to talk to you and take that to our youth, because I think that makes a really big impact on our youth to have a face with the story, if it's somebody that they can recognize. Kids are all about graphics. So when I go to the schools, I take some different little, I have a couple of them over here at the table, but they like hands-on. And a couple of the schools that we went to, Daryl told her story, and the kids always want to go, well, where's your scar? They want to see the scar. So they need a face and a story that they can keep in their mind. If any of you guys have middle school or high school kids, please come see me. We're trying to get our name out there. And we went camping for 4 days last June, the end of June, in Browning. And the kids we took 12 kids from here, and they absolutely loved it. And we're going to do that again this year. I'm not sure the location, they're still determining that. And then we've got several, we're going to try to do at least one activity per month, and hopefully when the cultural center is finished, we'll be able to do out there. I'd love to try to do some native games and things like that with the kids. So if anybody is experienced in that, please let me know. And I think that's all I have for you.
Thanks, Katie. I'd also like to back up here a little bit and acknowledge a couple people here. Sandra and, is it Ann or Annie? And these ladies have worked really hard on our federal recognition, the petition part of it. If you raise your hand, please. I'd like everyone to give them a round of applause. They have worked really hard. And they're going to be doing the genealogy charts back there with Pat, so just want to acknowledge them. Thank you, ladies. Really do appreciate that. Now I'd like to get into new business, and with that, Richard wants to talk about the Indian Memorial.
folks. I just wanted to talk about the Indian Memorial real quick. At the round dance that the Little Shell had in April, we had a delegation of Fort Peck Sioux that came up and attended the round dance and participated in the Unity Walk to the new Cultural Center. With the meeting that they had with the chairman and the rest of the council that were present at the council, they invited me down in August to Fort Peck. I had the opportunity to meet with the Fort Peck Tribal Council, and they supported us through resolution for federal recognition. So that'll always be there. Floyd Azure supported us as chairman of the Fort Peck Tribes. They had an election since then, so the new chairman is now A.J. Staffney, but they had a lot of good things to say about Little Shell. They support us very much. Ed Bauer wanted to say hello to you, Mr. Gilbert. I've worked with you in the past. But they also wanted to, my cousin Chauncey Whitwright has been spearheading the Indian Memorial down in Billings, there at the Little Bighorn Battlefield. And that's a dedication to all the Indian veterans that fought and died in the Battle of the Little Bighorn. And they want to invite the Little Shell to come down and be part of a dedication that they're planning this coming year in 2014. And so what I told Chauncey that what we could do is I'm going to set up a fund at the tribal office if anybody wants to donate money to help finish this, the completion of this memorial. So it's just about done. They're working on it real hard. You got the Sioux tribe, the Arapaho tribe, and the Northern Cheyenne that were all part of that. Borders both the Northern Cheyenne and the Crow tribe reservation. They've all supported us in our recognition in the past. So I think that's something that we could look forward to be a part of, whether you're part of the council or just a tribal member. One last thing is the Sioux supported the Métis in the Métis battles up in Canada. And I brought that up to the 12-member tribal council. And the Sioux, a lot of them nodded their head, yes. A lot of our people did support you guys. So, and that's what we'd love to see you make that final step. So just keep that in mind. And if you want to support the memorial, again, contact the tribal office and I'll have an address there. Miigwech, thank you very much.
Thank you, Richard. I want to back up here a little bit too and just let everybody know, I don't know if you know, but there was a press release on Facebook that the governor put out on that language preservation. That grant was $250,000 to each tribe to do this language preservation, and Senator Jonathan Windyboy got that passed through the Montana legislature. So I just wanted to make sure everyone knew that, and the actual press release is on Facebook, so if you want to check that out too. So with that, also we have Clancy's going to be doing the buffalo tag. We have 2 of them, drawing. What we'll do is have you put your name on these tickets, and then we'll have a drawing a little bit later. And just to let you know too, we did have a meeting with the governor, and I requested more buffalo tags. I said, come on, 2? Really? We could do better than that. And that request is being put forth to the FWP right now, and watch Facebook. Hopefully we'll get more of those for everybody. And let's see what else. We also did receive from the TLC, we just signed the contract yesterday for $10,000 to start our tribal health program, which we're really excited about. We can actually maybe start providing some services to members through that grant. Let's see, with that, we wanted to keep this short and sweet, so I'd like to see if there's any public comments. We have one back there.
With this new language program that's going to be started out, on my Facebook page, I'm a Facebook partner with you, Daryl, as you know. On my Facebook page, there's a website. For $150, we can get the entire basic language on CD and video and in writing, the entire Ojibwe, Anishinaabe, Chippewa language for $150 if you want.
Okay, that's good to know, Leona's. We do have a language committee board, so, and Leona's on that, so we can have her look into that. Appreciate that. Any other comments?
I forgot to say that I'm going to be drawing for giveaways. So if you come over to my table and just fill out a little ticket with your name and a contact number, I'll be drawing. I've got 6 things to give away today. And also I'm on Facebook, which I have my, it's under a Little Shell Tobacco Prevention Program. So if you guys are on Facebook, look me up and like my page, please.
And also, I think Daryl's passing out that language survey. It's really important to have that filled out because that's going to help guide the language board too in determining, you know, the tribe's needs and wants. So you could fill that out. And I think Colleen had something with Toys for Tots.
Okay, we'll make this quick. I met with the Toys for Tots gals, Mary Lou and I think it was Betty. And we're going to need some volunteers. We are going to do Toys for Tots again this year. Should be getting the toys next week or the following week, I think. We got to figure out where we're going to have them deliver them. Mary Lou said we could have them just take them to their building. Over by Albertsons, they're letting Toys for Tots use the building over there this year. But then that means then, once again, we have to transport them back and forth. But this year it's going to be different. We're going to have a sign-up, which I got the sign-up sheet approved by Toys for Tots. I will get the file to Gerald and have him post this on Facebook and our website and that, so everybody can get signed up because the form has to be filled out and turned in before December 13th. So it gives us time to bag it and families to pick it up. So if you have any questions, call the office. I'll make sure that Zanette is up to par on this. And then we'll just go from there. Hopefully Clarence and Donnie will get our cultural center done so we can hand out toys from there.
Yeah, they're going to have a different system set up for handing those out. It was kind of a free-for-all last year. So
Yeah, they have to sign up.
they have to sign up for it. So with that, we do have one more new business. As you can see, we do have a vacant spot on our council, which needs to be filled. We are going to be working with Joe and Fran, who are going to, we'll work with them to announce a date, and it's going to be within 30 days to fill that position. So keep a watch on Facebook, call the office, watch the tribe's website. We'll announce and have an election for Luella. She resigned, so for her spot.
Secretary Treasurer.
Secretary Treasurer. That's right. That's the spot. Okay. I think.
Nicholas Bruman needed 5 minutes. He wants to give the tribe
Yes,
$1
ma'am.
million.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. She's my boss. Don't listen to the boss. Nicholas Bruman wanted a couple minutes to speak, so before we adjourn, Mr. Bruman. Are there any other questions when Nicholas is signing up? With that secretary treasurer position, you know, what it'll be is you'll apply. It'll be just like a general election, and we'll do background checks, all that kind of stuff. So you can apply if you want to be a volunteer secretary treasurer. Nicholas.
Gerald, good morning.
How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
Just a couple of minutes here, please. Don't sit down. Don't sit down. I
like to talk right now.
Well, no. I wanted to give you this. This is the first royalty check from the sale of your book through Amazon and all the other bookstores. So please open it, and there'll be more coming. But it's just a little sense of how people are receiving this outside of the tribe through general sales.
I'll tell him. The check is for $2,166.67. Wow. We gotta have you come to these more often. Pass that down, please. So with that, if there's no more comments, we'd like to get started with our music and our potluck. Yeah, we talked about the language, or the survey. Say something?
With the language program, we are looking for elders who know the different languages, like the Michif, the Chippewa, the Cree. That's what we're going to build some of our languages on. Like with my grandparents and my parents spoke the Michif language. So, but we have also our cousins, relatives in North Dakota who speak the Michif and the Chippewa language. And we also have people in Canada that we are going to be interviewing for to get some material from. So if any of you know of any stories or anyone who knows our language, please contact us. Oh yes, remind everybody, there's going to be a jigging, two-step, and waltz contest. So anybody who wants to get involved in that, I'll take your name and down. So
There's prize money, right?
there's prize money, yes. Does anybody want to dance with me?
If you have a stumble contest, I could win.
One more thing. Anyway, the cultural center has been going, believe it or not. It's slow, but this is nice to see this many people here. So this is what I'm asking. We come over, we're just getting to the final of the backfill. Anybody wants to help, write your name down because I'll bring you on because we're going to have a lot of cleanup to do. We've got all the concrete piled up, there's weeds. Clancy and I, it's kind of a two-man show a lot of times. He's got a guy he's shopped around. This guy has been non-stop. So you guys, I want you to know this is the backbone right here. And we need some help. And that's all I'm saying. If you guys can come forward, give me your names. I'll be coming over in a week to do the driveway to get so we don't have a pond in the slab. I could use some help. So come on forward and give me your name.
Thank you. Okay, with that, if I can get a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second. All in favor? Aye. All right. Well, I'll start the potluck and some music and hope everyone has a great time. Thank you all for coming.
Way to go! Way to go!